Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FSEconomy with me, Herd37. So in our last flight, we ended up here in WY07. That was just a crazy flight there at Hardy Ranch in Douglas, Wyoming. That's craziness. And now I will fly over here to KEFC, Belle Fourche Municipal in Belle Fourche, South Dakota. I guess that's what it's called. Now, I think we will put... I think there is some provider. Trilithium is a little bit cheaper. Currently has, let's see, fuel capacity. Well, I wish it doesn't it give the capacity or what's in it right now. Current fuel there it does have 190. I'm gonna go to 210. 210. It probably doesn't need it, but you know, if you run out of fuel in midair, kind of screwed, you know. So it didn't cost us that much, and just it's a little bit of peace of mind, really. So we'll fly this plane again over to KEFC. Was it Belle Fourche? Belle Fourche. Yeah, Belle Fourche, South Dakota. I don't know how to say that. All right, let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright everybody, here we are, the old Hardy Ranch. Your only options are to start on one of the runways, so I started on this runway. I believe this is actually the runway we came in on, which may not have been the best if I known that this little ridge was here. We made it. Let's go ahead and start this flight. Sweet. I'm kind of scared now that we're going to have a problem like we did at the beginning of the last one. Full screen, get in the plane. I turned everything off again. I'm not sure if it'll let you load up with the engines running. I'm not really sure. It ends even with the engines running, so I would imagine it actually does. I'm not for sure. Right, the battery is on. I'm going to turn both generators on. Arm the ignition. Standby pump. Let's get our nav on. Beacon. Turn on the recognition lights so we really don't need them. The starter for the left. Just trying to listen to it. Sorry. Alright, move that all the way up. Kill this starter. And the fuel pump. Standby pump 2. Arm the ignition. Right starter. Sounds like she's going. There we go. It's good. Go starter. And the fuel pump. Alright. Pitot heat. Stall warning. Everything else looks pretty good. Prop heat goes to auto. We will turn on the windshield heat. We don't really need the fuel heat. So warning is on, like I said. We'll turn our strobe on, then we are on the runway. We didn't miss with anything to the right. Let's get this stuff on. Alright, pop back up here. Oh, we gotta turn the inverter on. Bring back the yoke. Notch of flaps. Are the landing lights on? The landing lights are on now. Taxi light is also on. We don't need the ice light. I didn't use ATC. Well, I used ATC, but I did not tell them we were off the runway at the last one. It's just my mistake. Alright. We're not taxiing. We are going out 35. We are heading mainly to the north. Like I said, I believe we are on runway 35. And we're departing to the north. To bring back my autopilot, get this set up real quick. Alright, I'm going to set this to 9500. Alright, we'll turn the... Actually, I'll just click that, right? Yeah, to our heading. Alright, we're ready to go. Pinch the throttles, holding on the brake. Can't quite hold it, really. Trying to keep it from... Wow, she's going right. Or, I mean, left. $80 knots. At 100, we'll go ahead and rotate. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Alright. Pitch down just a little bit. We don't need to climb that fast. Just want to make sure we got all over the ridges and the trees. Retracting the flaps. Bring that nose down now. Try to keep it around 1,000. Turn to the right a little bit. Well, see that nose comes right back up. Bring back the autopilot. Switch this to GPS. Engage autopilot, yaw damper. We'll switch this over to nav. So it'll follow the GPS. So nice. Altitude. I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, so altitude is making it level out. So that's obviously not what we want. This might be like that. The plane we fly in my Alaska stuff. But no, but it is still holding. Alright, so now we can select our vertical speed right at 1,000. With that, we'll take a look outside. Extremely loud outside, but they made the cockpit extremely quiet. It's a barren landscape, isn't it? It's like flying similar to South America in FSX, only a little bit, actually a little bit better. Alright, we can go ahead and turn our taxi light off. Feel a little bit better flying this now that we have one flight under our belts. Just a little bit ago. Starting to learn the systems and everything. We're 109 miles out. Everything is looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and thin this out a little bit. 88. So we're already at 7,300 feet. Technically, we could have thinned it out when we took off because we were, what, a little over 5,000 feet. 2,000 feet from our altitude. I'm not sure if it'll go there automatically or not. It's one thing I'm not quite sure about with this plane yet. Let's have a wind coming and blowing us this way, or actually the other way. Because we're obviously pointed to the left, so there's something blowing us. So that's why the plane is trying to go straight along that line, so it's got to go catty-cornered. There's no, I don't see anything about wind in here showing you the direction, but that would be why we're not actually straight on that line, trying to compensate for the wind. These buttons not work? Should. I like that better. Let's go to the radar. See if there's any weather ahead. I just think it looks cool. Really, there's no weather ahead for a while, I'm sure. from the looks of it. I love that you can just click it and it'll auto go to it. I love that. It's so much better than some of those others. Alright, 9,000. Let's see if she does. Bet she won't. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit. $500. So she probably won't come down since I'm controlling that. Airspeed, I love that we're picking up our airspeed. Go, go, go. I'm thinking we're going to click altitude. Oh no, it did come down on its own, didn't it? Very nice. I'm not sure what I selected. I'll have to watch that again if it was altitude or altitude select. But it's going to go there and it's going to hold. Very nice. And with that, we can go ahead and speed it up. This is awesome. Let me thin this out a little bit. We're at 9,500. I'm going to put that at 80. I don't really know what exactly these should be, but I'll keep them at... I'll actually take them to 75. I usually thin it out a lot and it works. Save us a little bit of fuel as well. Alright, let's go ahead and speed it up. Be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody, I'm slowing it down. We're 29 miles out. Whoops, daggone it. There's airport list. Want the KEFC. Alright, sorry, I had something in my hands. I have to put that away. There we go, KEFC. Belle Fourche. I guess that's how you say it. Select the runway for landing. They've got multiple runways. Let's go ahead and check the map. Hopefully we can land on 36. Straight to the north. We'd be coming straight in at it, basically. Nope. 14 or 32. With that asphalt runway. So we might actually go for 14. Yeah, let's go for 14. Full stop landing, announce our position.
Echo Foxtrot Charlie, traffic, Beach, November 8782, Romeo is 27 miles southwest, 9,500.
Figures that they got one for 32, not 14. Alright, let's move our heading over. And we'll switch over to heading. Should have checked the elevation as well. Sorry. Okay, 3190. So we'll go to 6,100 feet. Bring back the thrust. Altitude, is it select? Alright. Altitude select lets us move that down, so I guess it will. I guess that's the one we want. Altitude select is select, right? It doesn't pop up. Send it 8 at 700 feet a minute. I'm sorry. Pop this up. 14. So you can see it's. I need to go a little more to the left, because we're going to have to go up just a little bit and back down to our right and south. We'll go ahead and speed this up a little bit to 2x. That little message thing, I don't know why, but it really annoys me. That should probably be pretty good. We'll come up here and then head down in southeast. I don't have my Rocky Mountains or anything installed from FTX. Actually, I think I have it. No, I don't have it installed. I know I'm not using it in my senior library. But no, it's not installed. I'm not sure what this would be. Central, I think. Central Rocky Mountains is what this area would be. Not northern. I think northern is mostly in Canada, but I can't really be for sure. Alright, I'm going to actually speed this up since our speed is getting so low. And we'll get there a little quicker too. Just going to 6,100 feet. "17 miles out, there's some snow, but for some reason no snow in the mountains. I don't know what that's about." Actually, we can probably head a little more to the right. There's space ahead. That's what it is. It's sending the message about most of the time. Alright. 500 feet to go, and she should level on out. I'm gonna let it go to 6,000. If we don't go out all that far, we won't have too much to come in. We don't have to be so high. Let's see, there she goes. Yes. Sweet. So we've got that one figured out, I guess. Altitude select. She's just about straight over to the east. Didn't see it. It was 15 miles out there anyway. So we'll let it go just a little bit longer. I'm going to go up too far. We're not going all that far out. I'm going to go ahead and slow it down. Get this off for just a second so I can holler ATC.
Kilo Echo Foxtrot Charlie, traffic, Beach, November 8782, Romeo is on base, runway 14.
Don't know if we'll be out too far. Actually, should have let it go a little bit longer, because see, now we can't go straight over, we still have to be angled at it like that. Let it go to 5800. So we don't have to mess with the vertical speed. Is that, will it stay at like 500 maybe? Until it gets there. Pretty nice. That's how the F406 Caravan from Ryan Cessna is. That we fly in Alaska. Set the altimeter. Because we're still 14 miles out. Still don't see her. It's got, what, a grass runway and an asphalt runway? So it's not like it's going to be a big airport. I understand about the airspace. Jiminy Christmas. I guess I'm not sure why, but it annoys me greatly when that's on. I thought I saw a flight. It might have been the strobe, actually. I don't know. Let's, mixture up to 85%. There we go. We'll probably land with it on 80. Actually, we'll probably do full reach, because it was around 3,000 feet. Okay, we might have gone too far now. We'll go ahead and do full reach. Let's turn. I probably shouldn't have hollered out about the base leg just yet. When I did. Now we've gone way too far. Because I was talking and doing other things. Alright. Autopilot, you're off. Everything is clear off. Bring back the thrust as well. Reset my views. Accidentally popped the nose up when I took control. I think we're about 11 miles out, that says. If we actually pop this up. Alright, so we're about straight on now. I just saw a flash to our left. Are we still at like 2x? Because man, that's just the way this thing operates. It just a little bit moves it a lot. Got a red light right here. Can't actually make out the runway just yet. We should be pretty much straight on. Let's see what this says. Yeah, we might be off to the left a little bit. Man, just... There's one thing about flying different planes is also the sensitivity is so much different. I mean, I don't change the sensitivity in FSX, but yeah, some you gotta move a lot and some you don't. This one's definitely one you don't. I think we're just now getting on the glide slope. Might just get a little high now. Notch of flaps out. I think we're right on the glide slope. I can just see the runway. It is going out to our left. Didn't mean to put the nose down that much. I'm trying to get about, let's go to 700-800 feet a minute. So now we're high. Now we're on it. Oh, she wants to sink down too much. Come on, nose. Trying to trim it out. It doesn't want to help. It want to work. Gear's coming down. We're recording. We need to get down a little bit though. Flaps coming out. Our full flaps. Alright, we're on the glide slope. Try and keep it that way. Feels like we got some wind blowing us left. Because I can't get lined up. Airspeed's dropping.
500.
Yeah, see, we're going to have to crab it. I hate when we have to crab it. Because I'm not very good at it. A little high. Trying to bring down our airspeed just a little bit. Now we're getting a little better lined up. Still off a little bit. Trying to bring down the thrust as well. Bring down our airspeed. Wow, it seems like we're coming down so quick. Alright. Wow, it really seemed like when we got low, as we were coming in, it really seemed like we were just whipping through it. I'm not sure why. It was kind of crazy. Tracking the flaps. Yeah, when we were coming down, it was like, wow, that looks like we're just flying like way too fast. But we actually, I thought it felt like it was pretty nice. Might be a little hard, but all in all, it didn't seem too bad. Alright, so we'll just pull over here. Nice that we came in right towards the buildings. Get over here. Off the runway. I didn't notify anyone when we were on final. Daggone it. I gotta make myself think of ATC. I don't know how to make myself do that. Concentrating is so hard, I just forget about it. It's my fault. Alright, landing lights and strobe are off since we're on the runway. Don't want to go to the fuel box. I'll go over here to the right. I don't like fuel boxes ever since we started flying an air hauler. Totally messes with your fuel quantity and everything. Although I guess in this game it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Alright, we'll just pull straight ahead. I feel like we're kind of sunk down in the seat. Alright, figure right there's got to be pretty good. Now we're way off to the left. Like I say, can't really hardly see it. Alright, we'll go ahead and cut the fuel. Parking brake, let FSEconomy, I knew it was going to do that. Finally prepared for that. Alright, nav, recognition lights, beacon, you all can come off. Turn all of this off as well. Pitot heat, inverter, 1 and 2. Ignition. I'm trying to think if we left anything else off. Avionics, battery. Looks like everything. Oh, windshield heat. That should be it. All right, let's go over to the website and get paid. All right, let's go ahead and refresh this. Nice. Let's go over to the bank and put that money in the bank. $4,618.71. Yes, we're over 50 grand now. I noticed some planes only cost around 200 grand. We're like a quarter of the way there. Although you gotta find them to buy them. Let's check out the log of this flight. Alright. Income was $6,722. We rented the plane for 47 minutes, and it was $675 an hour, so we rented it for $530.81. Used $284.62 in fuel. Man, that plane heats fuel. Ground crew fee $672.20. Wow, and the booking fee $403.32. So our expenses were $1,360 plus the plane. We got docked $212 for flying away from its home airport. That's all right. So we actually ended up with $4,618.71, which is actually still quite good. Quite good. All right. So we're over 50 grand. I like that. And, well, that's going to end this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it, and I will catch you guys on the next flight.